This project I started with an 11 by 13 inch frame that I had picked up at a garage sale, evidently for $1. I took off the backing, I took out the glass, I cleaned up the glass, and then I took Elmer's glue and put it around the perimeter of the back of the frame where the glass would sit. Then I replaced the glass and put Elmer's glue around the perimeter one more time. This serves two purposes. It helps to hold the glass in place and it helps to prevent resin leaks when you put resin on the other side. When you do put resin on the other side, that's what will permanently adhere the glass to the frame. After it had dried, this takes overnight to dry and sometimes up to 24 hours. After it had dried overnight, I took painter's tape and put it around the perimeter of the back just as an extra precaution against resin leaks. Next, I printed out a heart and taped it to the back of the glass, flipped it over, and took clear Elmer's glue and put it around the perimeter of the heart. Then I took the rhinestone chain and went right on top of the clear Elmer's glue. Now this is a real fat rhinestone chain. I usually get 2 and 4 millimeters, and I want to say this is probably about a 10 millimeter. It's pretty chunky. I actually picked this up on TEMU. I'm going to see if I can find something like it on Amazon. So after that had dried overnight, I took the paper off of the back. And then I started experimenting with the heart. And here I have seed beads. And at first I tried pink. And I didn't end up using them, but I just wanted to show you what it looked like in case you guys were interested. It was kind of 3 different colors that came together from Hobby Lobby, the seed beads. And I ended up taking those out. And I had these like silvery white seed beads. And I thought those looked pretty, real pretty. So I ended up leaving those in there. And I did take Elmer's glue and totally cover the seed beads with that, and I let that dry overnight. And then I started experimenting, and I'm just going to go through this really fast because I put stuff on and took stuff off and put stuff on, and I would take a picture of it and send it to my daughter and say, what do you think this looks like? And some of the stuff that I videoed, I'm not even showing you because I had all sorts of crazy things on it. But anyway, and like I said, and then took stuff off again. So I'm just going through this super fast so that you can see what I did. And then finally, when I decided I liked it, I took a final picture of it, and this is what it looked like. And then you're not going to believe what I did. So that's what it looked like. I thought that looked kind of pretty. And then I went to my Cricut and I printed out the words and I put the words on it. Start each day with a grateful heart. I love that saying. I have a little piece of wood in my bathroom that says that. I wake up to it every morning. But anyway, and I got that on there. And then you're not going to believe what I did. Just wait for it. I lifted it up to see, to look at it like a dummy, and it all fell off. I can't believe I did that, and I've done that before on camera. I don't know, it was a while ago, probably about a year ago. So here I am putting the whole thing back together, and I'm still finding beads on the floor, so I guess I evidently didn't put all the beads on it. So here it is done again, and now it's ready for the resin. So the resin I'm using for this project is art resin, and I have it in this Let's Resin mixer that I was sent. And I just want to show it to you from the side. Now this is in real time. This isn't sped up. I thought that went kind of fast. I think that's kind of too fast to be mixing your resin. You end up with so many bubbles. And then I had a hard time getting the top off of it. But I finally did get the top off after some struggle. And it was very bubbly. But I think art resin kind of is bubbly to begin with. But you are able with the torch or with your heat gun to get the bubbles out. So anyway, here it's ready for the resin, and I just drizzled the resin over everything. And some stones in that, you have to be careful to put resin over them. I tried not to put it on the glass beads, the blue and some of the clear ones, but by accident I got them on because it kind of takes away from the sparkle of them. So here I am trying to go in between and just go over the pearls. Now the rhinestone chains, I know for certain you can dump resin on them and they still retain their sparkly and iridescent qualities, all the rhinestone chains that I've used. But some of the glass beads or the cheaper beads do not, so you have to be careful and just let it run under it so that it will stick in place. So anyway, I always put it over the glass first, and then I go ahead and I put it around on the flat glass and up into the corners, and I use the little silicone tool to push it up into the corners and along the sides. And I am doing this on the floor because I'm doing a bunch of projects at once, and they all won't fit on my little leveling table. So I'm using the torch to get rid of the bubbles, and you could see there was tons of bubbles, but the torch really works to get rid of them. And it's a good idea to get down eye level and look at your project. You can see if there's any sediment in it, and here I'm going around with my toothpick, picking on any sediment up and repositioning stuff with it. It's in your best interest. It has to be on a flat level surface. After about 12 hours you can touch it, but it takes a full 72 hours to cure. Art resin cures best at temperatures between 75 and 85 degrees Fahrenheit. You need to read the directions for the resin you're using because all resins are different. I always come back every 15 minutes and check on it for the positioning of the glass to make sure nothing shifted, to retorch for bubbles if it needs it, and to look to see if any sediment has raised to the top to take it out with a toothpick. Hey everyone, I think this turned out so pretty. I love these jewelry hearts. I see them all over the place, but Teresa from Shard Lovers United on Facebook had made a heart and was showing one that she had actually sold. It was a freestanding one though, and I said, I've been wanting to do one for a long time, and hers was just so pretty. I said, oh, I've got to hurry up and make one of those. So look at the back of it. That's all those little beads, and I think you kind of need a background like that so that you don't see empty spaces where you don't put anything or where you miss, the beads or something else. But the wording turned out real good, and I showed you in my other video, the bee video, how to do it if you don't have a Cricut. You just put and if you didn't see that video, go watch it, because I just put the wording behind it, print it up. You can print it up on your, under Microsoft Word, whatever other programs you have, and you can pick whatever font you want, print it up, tape it behind there, use the oil-based markers, and just trace it out. And if you're doing it on canvas, print it out the same way, put it on, and put carbon paper under it, and then trace over that. So anyway, it's really not that hard. Check out the Be Mine video if you want to see how I do it. But anyway, I think this turned out cute. I love the jewelry hearts. So that's one of the things that I always look for at garage sales and thrift stores is jewelry. And all of this is all thrifted jewelry. Gosh, some of the beads may not be. I might have bought those big blue beads somewhere, but the majority of it is all thrifted jewelry. It's really fun to look for, and you just don't know what you might be able to use in a project. So if it's a good deal, I grab it. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps the channel. If you enjoy the channel, go ahead and subscribe. We have the Facebook group going. Great place to get information. Great place to post your beautiful artwork. And I hope you guys all have a great day. Thanks for watching.